It's a sad end to a magnificent career. He's taking the money and running. This is a retirement league. They said he was done. Finished. A king in golden exile, trading his legacy for a paycheck in the desert. They laughed when he left Europe. They pitied him. They wrote his eulogy. But they forgot one crucial detail. They weren't writing about a mere football player. They were writing about Cristiano Ronaldo. And in 2025, at 40 years old, he made them all eat their words. Welcome to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and scandal combine. Section 1. The Golden Exile. The end of an era. To understand the triumph of 2025, we have to go back to the bitter end of 2022. Cristiano Ronaldo, the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, was a man adrift. A messy public divorce from Manchester United and a disappointing World Cup campaign left the world's most famous athlete without a club and seemingly without a future in elite football. The critics were circling like vultures. They called him difficult, egotistical, a relic of a bygone era. Then came the move that stunned the world. Not to a nostalgic return to Sporting Lisbon, not to the MLS, but to Al Nassr in the Saudi Pro League. The numbers were astronomical, almost mythical. A contract worth over $200 million per year, making him the highest-paid athlete in human history. To the public, the narrative was simple. CR7 was cashing out. This wasn't a career choice. It was a business transaction. The Saudi experiment was seen as the final, comfortable chapter in his story, a golden handshake in a less competitive league. But insiders tell a different story. This was never about retirement. For Ronaldo, this was a calculated, strategic invasion. He wasn't just joining a football club, he was conquering a new market. The Saudi royal family didn't just buy a striker, they bought a global ambassador, an icon to legitimize their league and put their nation on the world's sporting map. Ronaldo saw an opportunity not just to play, but to build, to expand his CR7 empire, his hotels, his fragrances, his fitness brand, into the wealthiest region on the planet. While the media focused on the end of his career, Ronaldo was focused on the beginning of his dynasty. Section 2. Building an empire in the desert. While the pundits debated his legacy from their studios in Europe, Ronaldo was quietly building a new life and a new body in Riyadh. His residence wasn't just a house, it was a fortress of ambition. Reports described a sprawling multi-million-dollar compound, complete with a state-of-the-art private gym that rivaled professional training centers. This became his sanctuary and his laboratory. Our sources reveal that Ronaldo's routine became even more monastic, more obsessive. He adopted a secretive training regimen, bringing in his personal team of nutritionists, physiotherapists, and sleep scientists. He understood that at 38, 39 years old, his greatest opponent wasn't the defenders on the pitch. It was Father Time. He experimented with cutting-edge recovery tech, cryotherapy chambers, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, all within the privacy of his own home. He was biohacking his own body, determined to reverse the clock. This wasn't just about physical maintenance, it was a psychological war. Every article that called him finished was fuel. Every meme mocking his move was ammunition. He retreated from the global media glare, focusing on two things: his family and his mission. He and his partner, Georgina Rodriguez, became the undisputed power couple of the Middle East, gracing magazine covers and attending high-profile events, weaving the Ronaldo brand into the very fabric of the region's luxury culture. He was playing the long game, letting his critics get loud while he got to work in silence. Section 3. The storm before the calm. The 2025 season. The 2024-2025 season began with the world watching. Ronaldo had just turned 40 in February. In any other sport, for any other athlete, this age is a ceremonial footnote. For him, it was Judgment Day. The initial games were shaky. The press started to whisper again. He's lost a step. The age is finally showing. In a crucial match against rivals Al Hilal, he missed a clear-cut chance. The internet exploded. The I told you so brigade was out in full force. It looked like the fairy tale was over before it even began. But those who know Ronaldo know that doubt is the trigger for his greatness. It was a late September evening, a regular league match against Al Ettifaq. Al Nassr was down 1-0. The clock was ticking past the 85th minute. The crowd was restless. A cross came whipping into the box. For a split second, it looked too high, too fast. Then it happened. A flash of blue and yellow. Defying gravity, defying his 40 years on this planet, Cristiano Ronaldo launched himself into the air, hanging for what felt like an eternity before connecting with a thunderous header that ripped into the back of the net. The stadium erupted. But Ronaldo didn't just celebrate. He sprinted to the corner, and as the camera zoomed in on his face, it wasn't just joy. It was rage. It was vindication. He hit his iconic "Sew" celebration, and the roar from the 60,000 fans wasn't just for a goal. It was the sound of a legend being reborn. That goal didn't just tie the game, it opened the floodgates. Section 4. Shattering Records, Silencing Haters. What followed that September goal was not just a comeback, it was a statistical massacre. Ronaldo went on a tear that defied logic. He scored back-to-back hat tricks. He broke the record for the most goals in a single Saudi Pro League season, a record he himself had set the year prior. But the biggest moment was yet to come. On a warm November night, with the world's media gathered for this very occasion, Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up to take a penalty. This wasn't just another goal. This was history. As the ball hit the back of the net, the number flashed across every screen on the planet. 1,000. Cristiano Ronaldo has become the first player in the history of professional football to score 1,000 senior career goals. The same pundits who had written his career obituary a year earlier were now forced to call him the most prolific goal scorer to ever walk the earth. But his victory wasn't just on the pitch. His presence had tripled the league's international broadcast revenue. Jersey sales had skyrocketed across Asia and the Middle East. His controversial move to Saudi Arabia was now being hailed as a masterstroke of business genius. He had single-handedly shifted the balance of footballing power, proving that a player's influence wasn't confined to Europe's top 5 leagues. He had turned the Saudi Pro League into a destination, his club into a global brand, and himself into something more than a footballer. A global phenomenon who rewrote the rules of legacy itself. Section 5. The undeniable legacy. So, what is the lesson of Cristiano Ronaldo's saga in the desert? It's a story about more than just goals and trophies. It's a masterclass in resilience, brand management, and the power of an unbreakable will. He took the narrative of being finished and used it as the ultimate motivation. He transformed a perceived step down into a platform for global expansion, both for his own CR7 brand and for an entire footballing nation. He proved that an athlete's prime isn't dictated by their birth certificate, but by their discipline and their hunger. The debate over who is the GOAT, him or Messi, will likely never end. It's the great eternal question of modern football. But what Cristiano Ronaldo did in 2025, at 40 years old, was something different. It was a statement that transcended comparison. He showed the world that you can be written off exiled, and counted out. But your story is only over when you decide it is. And Cristiano Ronaldo was nowhere near ready to write his final chapter. He was just getting started on a new one. He proved the haters wrong in the most spectacular way possible. What do you think is Ronaldo's most iconic moment? Let us know in the comments below. And for more stories about the legends who defy expectations and build empires, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and controversy collide.